Hey mate, here's your latest program update. So squats, I've dropped the weight back to 100 kgs. Going to focus on the pause at the bottom, up to 10 reps with your AMRAP will follow on from your just one set of 10 at the top of this set. Shoulder body weight shoulder press. We're going to go back to cluster reps. We're going to start with 3 reps in each cluster, and we're going to aim for 6. See how we go with that. We'll get a marker for that. Exactly the same principle as we did with the clusters on the muscle ups, which looks to be working very well. Chin ups, we're only going to do 1 working set, which will be your AMRAP on this one, because we're going into the muscle up. So I want to leave a little bit of gas in the tank rather than doing the extra sets there. So where that says it's 0 working sets, that's because it's straight into the AMRAP. Your muscle ups cluster, we've gone from 3 sets of 3. You're now getting all 6 out. So we're going to increase the reps to 4 on your muscle ups cluster. Your leg curl, I am taking, I'm leaving that the same actually, because obviously I'm looking at your progression on your other sheet here, and your numbers are moving so quickly with everything. I don't want to interrupt that. So if it's moving well, let's leave it as it is. Your single arm row, similarly, it's fairly fresh in the last block, and we've still got plenty of movement upwards in that, with your numbers moving up really nicely, so I don't want to interrupt that flow, so I've left that the same. Your dumbbell chest press, key change here is we're going to add a drop set to the end. So literally do your sets in exactly the same way as you normally would, but then you're going to, after your last AMRAP set, you're going to drop back to your 50% weight, which is obviously the same weight as warm-up 1. So I just leave the dumbbells at the bottom of the bench while you're doing your other sets. And then rep out with no rest with that 50% weight. And obviously the target is to add a rep there in exactly the same as we would on the AMRAP set. That is program 1. Program A1. B1, similar thing. We're going up to 11 reps in a set on the... on a straight leg hinge, because it's not a fucking deadlift. A little bit more range, so down to the bottom, 1, 2, up is your count at the bottom there. Make sure we're accentuating that pause and that end range of motion. All the other variables there are staying the same in terms of reps and sets. In terms of sets, just the reps are going up to 11, and we're winding the weight back to 120k from 150, so you should have plenty in the tank there, because that's a lot lighter. Dumbbell chest press, what I've done is I've dropped one of the working sets. So same again, you're going to go straight into your AMRAP. And then the next exercise is a chest fly press superset. So how this works is you go into your press exactly the same as you would there. Then on your last, after your AMRAP set on the chest press, you grab your 50% weight and you do a nice slow set of pause flies. Now, by a pause fly, I mean a real stretch at the bottom. Think about the shoulder joint articulating in exactly the same way as it does in terms of relative to the upper arm as it does in the press. So there's no twist, no turn. Imagine basically it's a straight arm press, which is what a fly should be. And then you do as many reps as you can. We'll go for 7 nice strict pause reps, and then just rep out with a chest press. Just get as many reps as you can. Obviously, we'll take the first couple of sessions to get a marker on this. Seated row, moving up nicely. I've increased the reps, dropped the weight a tad. We're just going to go for a few more reps there. Leg extension, I'm dropping the weight back a little bit, and we're going to go up to pulse reps, which is basically you do your full rep, squeeze at the top, come down about 1/3 or 1/4 of the way, something specific each time. The key thing is to get back to the point just above the halfway and then go up again. So exactly the same principle, but we're just going to add that pulse at the top of the rep. And that's for your 2 sets of 7 with your AMRAP straight after on those. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make that 1 set of 7 to begin with, because these are going to be quite intense. Barbell overhead press is a drop set, exactly the same principle as we did on the fly on the chest press up here. So yeah, do all your sets exactly as normal at this stage of the session, and then you go back to your 50% weight with no rest at all and just drop set and rep out. That's quite straightforward. Your chin up close. Obviously we should be adding weight to this, which was the message I just sent you. And then your muscle ups, obviously same thing, but we're doing clusters of 4 instead of clusters of 3 now. You may go back to 3, 4, 5 sets initially till you get the 4. Basically keep going until you don't get 4 on a set. That's that. Hopefully that all makes sense, mate.